Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And it's Lam. It's Alonso! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Xabi Alonso clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good ball! Cruyff. Neymar. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Now he's off and running. And here's Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez. Ribery is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Cruyff. Oh, important interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off.
Hazard!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
And it's Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he was quick to react. That's good running with the ball. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hazard. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now then, the ball's come loose. He's had it taken off him. Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So the first half brought no goals. And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's shifting through the gears here. And a chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Well, how's that for a class finish? Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 18.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Johan Cruyff, number 7, Hazard. Coming
Stood
on
up
the
well to
field,
him there.
Number 2, Zanetti.
Your impression so far, Jim?
17,
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Haaland. Substitution in
Tries to play it
progress.
through. Oh, that's clever. Now it's Royce. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Vieira. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Lahm. Lahm drives forward on the overlap. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nesta spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Out towards the flank.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's taking no chances there.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
He'll try to keep this alive. Hit into the middle.
Has been indicated.
That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. 2 minutes to be added on. And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich.
Chance for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. De Bruyne with the short one. Oh, what has happened here? And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. Kimmich. Salah looking here to chip it through. He's being urged to shoot. Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. And this is Mohamed Salah. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cruyff. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's picked his way through. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. And it's Vieira. And he's in on goal. And Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now, can they get him away? Nedved. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, good take in a good area. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. That'll be a throw-in. And the shot! And he's done it! The breakthrough strike! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's Cruyff. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nicely weighted ball. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Played out wide. And this is Torres. He's had a shot! Played out towards the right wing. Alonso.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a really well-measured ball. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Fernando Torres.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Taking place.
Messi. Spread out to the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now there's a fight. Messi! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's following up. He's got a goal. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every...
And the shot! No mistake! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And this is Rooney. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Bangladesh really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Cruyff. Can he get it through? Looking to play him in. Now it's Cruyff. The cross.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Messi. Well, they've got it again. Looking for options for move. And a chance! Sticks it away! And there we have it. The two-goal cushion. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Now the cross. And that should get the job done. Short changes him with that pass. Lahm has it in a wide position. Terrific header! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So now the difference is 3. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. Luis Suarez, the man who spearheaded that famous front three, a striker who's... And the finish! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Suarez. And this is Griezmann. Shevchenko. Now White, and that's really well manoeuvred. Shevchenko puts his foot on the gas. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this. Tries a shot! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Costa Curta. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Schneider, Wilshere, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Cruyff, takes a shot! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And this is Luis Suarez. Nedved. And this is Luis Suarez. Well read, nice interception. Schneider. Isco. And it's Schneider. Luis Suarez. And he's away. It's Luis Suarez!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Maldini cuts it out. And he's searching. Luis Suarez! Oh, crossbar! Xavi Alonso. Cruyff.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Cruyff. And this is Luis Suarez. Griezmann. Oh, that's neat. Lahm plays it in.
There will be
Not
one
pretty, but it
at a
gets the
time.
job done. Cruyff is on shapes to shoot! And he comes up trumps again. And this could be the final action of the first half. And the half-time whistle goes. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Colorado Springs really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Nedved. And the shot's on here. It's Luis Suarez! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Luis Suarez!
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Decent chance! It's there! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And he lines up a cross. Cleared away. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Number 14, Griezmann. Number 5, Suarez. Number 8.
Now it's Xabi Alonso. Plays it across.
Number 17, Bale.
Goes for a shot!
Raul.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's forced to go back.
Neymar.
Raul. Now it's Bale. He's going for goal! Gareth glittering Bale! A finish of true class! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Raul. And the pass is intercepted. Five minutes left on the clock. This looks promising. He's through. He's having a shot! Glorious! A finish right from the top draw. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Number 9, Luis Suarez.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Can he get it through? Lahm delivers.
There will
And
be
he's
5
taking no
minutes added
chances
time.
there. Shevchenko. And he's had it nicked away. Xavi Alonso. And it's Maldini. Rijkaard. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents. And well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Nicely weighted ball. And a shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
And we have our very first corner. Henderson with the clearance. Lahm. Now that looks a decent ball. Cross flung in towards the middle. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Pedri. And it's Luis Suarez. Cruyff is onto this. Great chance! There it is! There is the breakthrough! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So, a breakthrough already. It's a promising position. Rijkaard. Oh, that's fabulous. Cruyff! Griezmann. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Has a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now he's got space here. Vieira. Van Basten. Gullit. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Looking for the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast. Here, things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make it.
Luis Suarez!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that is a little undercooked. Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Seedorf. Now it's Batistuta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Luis Suarez. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Batistuta. He's in space and looking for options. Quick look, then plays it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Out of play for a goal kick. And they're back on the ball again. Looking to play him in. Messi. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to...
Decent chance! Well, there's the clearance. And he lines up a cross. And that has been cleared. Tries a shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, well measured. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, super ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Aimed beyond the defence. He's... And Seedorf! Seedorf! It is terrific! A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Yeah, okay, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merit.
Cruyff! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
There will
Pull
be
it.
1 minute added time.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
For our World Charity Fund. Substitution on the field. Number 5, Suarez. Number 6.
So once again, we're underway.
Coming on the field. Number 19.
Mateus conjures time and space where few can.
Bale.
That's been cut out, well played. And it's Seedorf. Messi. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Batistuta. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pullet. Now who's going to be first to this? Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get on the end of this? He's cut it out. And he's quick to get it clear again.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lahm. And it's Bale. Lahm. And he's whipped. Oh, what a climb! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Pull it. Foot in. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Bale. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Caught offside that time. Pinches it off him. Xavi Alonso. Collar. Maicon kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Messi. Messi. Oh, played through for the wide man. Maicon getting this one clear. That's the throw. Played in deep.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. Batistuta. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
There will be 1 minute added time.
The pass is intercepted. Vieira clears. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves.
Shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
It's their second corner of the game. Split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. Germany are looking to go forward now. That's a cute ball. Not the most accurate pass. Griezmann. Raul. Now, can they get him away? Serginho. Now he's off and running. No goals as yet. Can he get on the end of this? Played into space out wide. Griezmann. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Now there's a fine ball. So their fourth corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Ribery driving forwards. It's a loose ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They're up to 5 corners now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Germany have the chance to go the other way. It's played through for him. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Half an hour played now. Xavi Alonso. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, important interception. It's Raul! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Griezmann.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Oh no, what has happened here? Hit into the middle. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Colorado Springs clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say...
There's the header! It's in! The second half sparked straight into life. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Germany have penetrated for the first time. Bale! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Messi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on...
Big chance! Off the post! And the ball is out of play. Vieira. And it's Bale. And this is Luis Suarez. Looking to play him in. Thinks about the shot.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Howson gets across to intercept that. Germany have it back and can go again. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side.
He's having a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Germany certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution on the field. Number 5. Suarez.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field. Number 19. Yankola. Number 8. Nedved. Substitution in progress.
Scholes. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, good read. Tries to play it through. Xavi Alonso, and it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball, and he's cut it out.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, what has happened? Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Xavi Alonso really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help.
Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a half-decent try. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's in a chance. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Cleared without hesitation. And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. He's a sharp little ball here. Applies the finish! And that was probably asking just too much. And this is Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Messi. Nicely shaped ball. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Looking to play him in. Neither side yet able to find the net. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Jimenez promptly onto that, and that is that.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Great vision. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's had a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Fernandez. Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Xavi Alonso. Lam made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, that's well spotted. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Jimenez wins the duel this time. Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Azar. It's a throw-in. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Now it's Messi. denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And that's not going to trouble anybody. Azar, and that's really well manoeuvred. Good read, needed to be. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh no, this does not look good. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Nedved. And here's Suarez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he's in on goal. Cruyff! And still, we await the first breakthrough. And here's Suarez. And Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Cruyff. He's picked his way through. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Now, who's going to be first to this? Nedved! Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place.
He's having a shot! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Great defending, strong and determined. Lahm in acres of space out wide.
Defending of the desperate variety.
That has been slung wide. And that could set him on his way. And it's made its way to him.
Danger averted for now. That's caused a worry or two.
Now that looks a decent ball. Cruyff going face to face with his great rival. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And this is Messi. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Luis Suarez.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
He's picked his way through. Odegaard. Messi. Nesta with the clearance. Passing nice and neat. Oh, good spread. Camavinga. He's tried one! That comes as a mighty relief. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
On our shuttle bus service. Substitution on the field. Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
Here we go again, then.
On the field is
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Bale. And he's managed to get free. It's Bale! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
And he's surging through. Big chance. And the finish! Big moment. Massive goal.
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had...
Odegaard! Oh, horrible miscue. And it's Lam. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. Played in deep. Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to...
Can he finish? And he opts to go forward. Now it's Messi. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Messi. He has found the way through. Spread it left. That has ended up in no man's land. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Xavi Alonso. Bale. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Nedved considers his options. He went for the curler. Bale. The muscular approach does pay off here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Up he goes! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Well, that has not gone well. Bastoni out to the right. Bale chasing after it. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Xavi Alonso. This looks promising.
Added minute has been indicated.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Bale. Shot could be... It's Luis Suarez! And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
And this is why almost...
And the referee brings it to a close. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Nedved!
It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Nedved. Look at the space here. And he's managed to get free. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's picked his way through. Rummenigge gets into a good position. Shot a goal! And he nearly went all the way.
Rummenigge clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Rummenigge. Bastoni gets across to intercept that. Luis Suarez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Bastoni. It's run loose here. They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Rummenigge! Now, who's going to be first to this?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
He could be in here. Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Luis Suarez.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Luis Suarez, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Good ball, good take. Well, the defence proved infallible. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Tries a shot! It's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Rijkaard demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He steps in and that's the end of that. Well read, nice interception.
Colorado Springs really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Bale receives it in a wide position. Ronaldinho. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And here's Bale. Knocks it out wide. And it's Xavi Alonso.
Good take and big chance! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Thiago. Eto'o. Ronaldinho.
Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
Ronaldinho.
The ball swung in, punched away.
Bale. And it's Nedved. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Colorado Springs clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Abiati gets rid without sophistication of facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pass is just off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bale.
It's Bale! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how...
Decent chance!
Oh, it's fallen loose again!
Oh, taken with style! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
That's that, the end. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
everybody, and
Gorgeous,
welcome to
gorgeous
today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball. On top of that, you have his great fitness levels getting up and down the pitch, and his big game mentality, and his quiet leadership.
Knocks it into space.
Chance! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Can he finish? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Cruyff. Lahm. The ball goes in. Serginho can get it clear. Xabi Alonso delivers.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Look at the space here. And Cruyff! Oh, that is rather wayward. He could be in here. Shot could be on. He's having a shot! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Rafinha.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Rafinha puts a cross in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
Bergomi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's been played through. And no, that was never going to make it. Rafinha. Now Saliba. Albert Ferrer. All the way back. And it's Serginho. Gently done. It's Pedri. And it's Pedri.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Vitinha. Looking to play him in. That is good alertness. Rafinha! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This possibly the last play of the half. And we hit half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Colorado Springs certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And we are back underway. Rudiger.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of...
There's the header! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pedri. Vinicius Junior. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 17,
Xavi Alonso.
number 7,
Bergomi is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lahm. It's a mighty effort! Well, that is remarkable.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Albert Ferrer. Saliba. Rudiger. More and more pressure on the ball here. Vitinha. Beckham. And it's Vitinha. That's an imaginative pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Ribery. Now it's Bale. Nedved. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Rafinha. And he cuts out the supply. The message is clear. None shall pass. Xavi Alonso. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Ribéry. Now, can they get him away? Oh, super! Can he finish? No mistake! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Fired deep. Oh, smashing header! No joy, but a decent try. Albert Ferrer.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
4 added minutes has been
Pedri.
indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. That has been slung wide. And we're done. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
I think Pavel Nedved's going to have a starring role here, Peter. Being two-footed, he can operate both as a traditional and as an inverted winger. So he always offers you that option, hugging the line or coming inside.
Very versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, and then there's that trademark run from deep.
So the defence are going to have their hands full.
You can say that again. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's a good ball. Oh, he's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Goes for a shot! He scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's intervened well there. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Messi. That's good play. Drilled in low. Looking for the run. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Caught offside that time.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Pete.
Could be danger here. And he's had it nicked away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Messi, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Xabi Alonso. He has a look up. And Messi! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Colorado Springs really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And we have our very first corner. Nakata getting this one clear. And it's Vieira, played out wide. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Messi. Luis Suarez, looking understandably energised after his goal. Beckenbauer. Cruyff, looking to be a menace in the final third. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good...
And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Special presentation featuring our guest performers today. Substitution on the field, number 6, Johan Cruyff. Coming on to
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
17, Bale.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, what a mistake! He's found a way through. They want to be quick to recover this. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Cleared away. Otto tries a shot! And now they can clear their lines. Nedved. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's surging through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Can he get it through? Picked out, and the finish! They've done it! Into the lead once more. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Cannavaro. Baresi. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Luis Suarez. Plays a sharp little ball here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well timed, excellent interception.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi, he has found a way through.
Argentina really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Beckenbauer, and it's Cruyff. Chance! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Argentina have their second corner now. Defending of the desperate variety. Foot in.
Argentina really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And the shot! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Bale. Well, that is one way to stop him. Cannavaro. Searching pass he's played there. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism.
Neymar! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
And we have our very first corner. Batistuta! Decent enough try.
Batistuta certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
He's had it taken off him. Luis Suarez, Messi, and this is Cruyff. This real chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Has a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well read, nice interception. And it's Neymar. Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, that is a nice touch. And here's Messi. No, he's not getting his way this time. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's been given away. And he's had it nicked away. Maldini. 15 minutes till half-time. He's gone for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Luis Suarez! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that has been knocked clear. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Suarez clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up.
And the first half is done. Some first half thoughts?
Colorado Springs certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. Brilliantly cut out. Xavi Alonso, nicely shaped ball. That's beautifully weighted.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Xavi Alonso. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to get it away. Xavi Alonso. Messi. Batistuta. Vieira. And he's quick to snatch it back. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Bale. And this is Messi. And Messi! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Passes short and sharp. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Bale. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Xabi Alonso with the slide tackle there. Tries to pass it through. Now there's a fight. And the shot! That is special! Gareth Bale! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are pulling and that's that. So a real showpiece win. This stop was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Luis Suarez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or rotating with them while being the main suppliers of crosses. This is all about end product.
And that is out of play. Out towards the flank. Now it's Donadoni. And he's straight offside. And it's Luis Suarez. Looking for the run.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers. He can run and beat defenders. We've seen that all so often. And he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and extraordinary energy levels too.
Yeah, and he's got the intelligence to strike the perfect balance between the two.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Darwin. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He can get that clear. Vieira. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable. Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
And here's Messi. Goes for the shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Vieira gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Cruyff. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Oh, this looks sharp. No goals as yet. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's a threatening ball. Messi is flagged offside. Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Xabi Alonso gets it away. Donadoni. Tonali.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Pass is just off target. And he thumps it clear. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Well, after 45 minutes it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Big header! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Messi. Nicely spread. Baresi. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Donatoni. Baresi. And it's Tonali. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Messi. Messi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. That's going to go a long way. Could be danger here. He's shifting through the gears here. Lahm. Crosses it in. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckham. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Beckham.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long...
Up he goes! Another fruitless header.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Messi. The less said about that pass, the better. Can he get it through? Bale finds himself offside.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's managed to gift it back. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
2 added minutes has
Into
been
stoppage
indicated.
time, and it is still goalless. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that will be the final act. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, Neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening.
today's
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here.
And Cruyff! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Ambitious ball here.
And he's straight offside. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for a runner.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Cruyff.
No luck with that dink over the top.
Nedved.
Some really good ball movement.
And he's heaved it away and reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Messi.
Looking tidy in possession here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal.
Oh, good-looking ball.
And it's Cruyff.
Now, he's got space here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Pele.
Now it's Rivaldo.
Of Rivaldo! Oh, wonderful from Rivaldo! A finish of true class! First blood drawn. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Pele.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Cruyff.
Colorado Springs certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Cruyff.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Thuram.
Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Nedved.
Rivaldo.
Given the lift of his goal.
Ibrahimovic.
Added time.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Vieira. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Number 6.
And the game has already resumed here.
Coming on to replace
Well, I
him,
think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Luis Suarez.
No, it's come to nothing.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he welcomes it in. Pele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi, big chance, and Messi! And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ibrahimovic. He can get that clear. India have got it back, and they'll have another go. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Cruyff quietly revving up. And the shot, Messi!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Vieira. Rivaldo. Now it's Pele. It's Pele!
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Suarez. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 11, Filippo Inzaghi. Number 18, Neymar. Substitution.
Nedved powering forward here. Into the last 5 minutes. And this is Bale. Now it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's a good spell of possession, this. And this is Neymar. Neymar! The last act of a game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing...